Yuri quickly exits the room. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead up against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? I just... Something about the way that she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think that you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Shady, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it seem to be in your head. Nobody's perfect. I mean, come on. We have emotions and we can't hide them anyways, but you always seem to amplify the things in your head. It just turns light rain into a shower into a hurricane. No, wouldn't you hate for me to force something terrible as that? Though, why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? She lifts her head. Shady, I really like being friends with you. Uh-huh. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I kind of feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Maybe like 10 considering distractions. Shady, do not friend zone her. Just zooms through it. Shady, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature to the kettle for 200 degrees. Hot damn! Call the police and the fireman. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out that it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who I'm around anyways. That's great, Yuri! Don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Shady. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Shady, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, or rather than bending at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regular. So I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder what that is. It's most likely because of my, your posture, right? You always hunch over like that when you're reading. Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. She meant her boobs! I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I hid from Sayori's Katie radar. It'll go great with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall on our teacups side by side. As if in sync, we assume that the same reading position as last time, holding the book half and half. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides up closer underneath my shoulder. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? But Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, I almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Your teacup? She hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand so it's not holding the book. I ended up positioning it so it's harder to focus because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. I will use my willpower to focus on the reading. After a few minutes, I found I managed to relax a little. I put the teacup in between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I may get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, this is beautiful. One day I will have a good style like this. He opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any hard time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm practically is left resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take the chocolate candy and I pop it in my mouth, and then I take another chocolate, and then I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I place the chocolate into her mouth, and just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me for confirmation for what just happened. Shady, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really the kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything? You don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation had gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell by her expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes beat mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling with the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Just like before, Yuri parts her lips, but this time it's different. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Okay, everyone! What? Yuri jolts back. It's time to share the poems again, Shady. You can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the cups from off the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we are hastily cleaning up without much words between us. Hi, Choco20. What have you missed? We're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. We just had an intense moment of feeding our good friend Yuki chocolates, and then the club president was all like, okay, that's enough for everyone. Woohoo! What's going on here? Yeah, same though. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us would have had the courage to bring up. What should I do now? Who should I give the poem first to? I feel like Monica's feeling out since I did her last time. Hi again, Shady. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave a poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I'm sorry that I just naturally gravitate towards that style. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself, but still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You've completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm just kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. What, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyways. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyways, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing as brandy, piercing red, green, blue, and endless, cacophony of meaningless noise. Jesus, I don't know why that word tripped me up. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, gravitating waveforms, speaking, screeching, piercing, sin, cosine, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing on a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. Ooh, pizza. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me.